I have Abigail Shrier here, and the book is a very rare thing when you think about it. 10 years ago, had you written this book, first of all, you couldn't have, but had you, no one would understand what you were writing about. It's like when it takes very short time for people to accept absurdities. I was on Bill Maher's show exactly a year ago when I said, you want to hear the latest lie? Men menstruate. And he started laughing. The whole audience laughed at me.
I remember that.
Yeah, they laughed. Like I made it up.
Yeah.
Who says that? Today, if you deny that men menstruate, you are a hater.
And I also think, look, the book is controversial, but it really shouldn't be. I think that in 10 years' time, it won't be considered controversial to say, wait a second, there were no appropriate medical protocols in place. These young girls were self-diagnosing because we have affirmative care, which means every transgender patient is effectively entitled to self-diagnose and demand medicine, even minors. So I really think, urging caution here and expressing skepticism that this population that exploded is really suddenly transgender. I don't think that will be considered very controversial in a few years' time. I think that's why there's so much screaming around it, because they know that if people just hear the facts and hear the argument and see the numbers, they'll say, of course we should, proceed cautiously. And so the activists cannot abide that.
I am very troubled that society can tell therapists what to say and what not to say, and that we have accepted that. You cannot take your 10-year-old, 12-year-old daughter who says she's a boy to a therapist to help work through the dysphoria. I mean, wouldn't any normal person say, and I don't mean sexually normal, I mean just thinking normally, yes, if you truly have it, we have sympathy, but maybe you don't. Maybe it is just a phase.
So there used to be something called differential diagnosis, and we expected doctors certainly to do it. You expected therapists to engage in real therapy, which means questioning what the patient decides they have.
All right. The book is Irreversible Damage, the Transgender Craze, Seducing Our Daughters. Abigail Shrier, thank you for coming in. Thank you, Target, for once again making her book a bestseller.
The Dennis Prager